Wow. Just wow. Wow. Just wow. What an unbelievable game. Jets Raiders. I'll be recapping it. But before we get started, I'm Matt O'Leary. You can follow along with me on social media at Matt O'Leary NY. If you haven't already, please make sure to check out the podcast. New episodes come every Wednesday. Call in, leave me your question. I'll try to get to it on the show. What a wild Jets Raiders games. Holy smoke. So let's start from the beginning. We'll work our way to the crazy end. So Gore gets hurt on the first possession. Not good. He did not return. He had like 1 or 2 carries on that first possession. But after that, 22-yard completion from Sam Darnold to Brashad Perryman. Ty Johnson was running really well. Darnold hits Crowder for a touchdown for the Jets to go up 7-0. Darnold's first passing touchdown since week 3, ending a 4-game touchdownless streak for Sam. Raiders possession, they're moving the ball a little bit, but then Henry Ruggs almost was the GOAT, then turned into the hero. Ball goes off his hands, intercepted. Jets would go 3 and out after that turnover, though, unable to do anything off of the mistake by the rookie. This turned into the Darren Waller show as he would just go on an absolute tear for the Raiders. In the first quarter, he had 6 catches for 79 yards and a touchdown. Raiders would march down the field and score and tie up this game, and it was all on Darren Waller. How he did not have more receiving yards in this game, he ended with a ton, by the way. How they did not feed him the ball even more was crazy because the Jets had 0 answers for him. Harvey Lange on him was just laugh out loud funny. Lamar Jackson had no chance. The Ashton Davis had no chance. Marcus May didn't really have much of a chance. Bryce Hall was maybe the best, but still he wasn't that great either against them. Jets would get the ball back and move pretty well. Crowder with his second receiving touchdown of the game. Sergio Castillo misses the extra point, so the Jets are leading 13-7. After the touchdown, the Raiders don't really do anything, and we have our first Sam Darnold mistake. He was strip sacked. Off that turnover, the Raiders would settle for 3 to make it 13-10. And on that fumble, Mekhi Becton didn't look good on those 2 fumbles. There's going to be another one we have to talk about in a little bit. But what I did like from Mekhi is he turned it around in the second half of this game and played much better football, but not good pocket awareness from the 23-year-old Sam Darnold. Next Jets possession after making it 13-10, Darnold was picked. He was trying to hit Brashad Perryman. I don't know why he was forcing that ball. There's 0 reason to force that ball. Was it good for the tank? Yes, but there's 0 reason to throw that, which was just awful. Waller gets hit on another touchdown. Really poor effort from Hall and May trying to go for the tackle. They both missed the tackle, so it was 17-13. Raiders up in front. Darnold on the next possession again loses the fumble, so that's 3 possessions in a row with a turnover. Fumble, interception, fumble. Same deal. The Jets were moving it a little bit, but just, another brutal turnover. Not good. Sam Darnold with 3 first-half turnovers in this game. Coming out of the half, the Raiders would go right down the field. Still no answers for Waller. Carr runs it in to go up 24-13. At this point, I think it was over. I thought completely over because the Jets offense did nothing. They would punt. The Raiders would punt it right back. The Jets go 3 and out. Darnold was limping around. He would come on the field. He would come back on the field and would stay in the rest of the game, but he was limping around a little bit. So neither side was doing anything. Raiders would punt again. Like I said, my note here is neither offense wants to do anything. I'm thinking, okay, 24-13 final. This is probably what it's going to go. And then we get a wild fourth quarter. The Jets continue to run Johnson and Adams wild. They march their way down the field. Darnold scrambles one in, lowers the shoulder, gets into the end zone. 24-19. The Jets go for 2. At first it was intercepted. Then there was a penalty, so they go for 2 again. They get a second chance, hits Mims, so 24-21 ball game now. Raiders next possession, it looks like they're moving it a little bit, and then Henry Ruggs. Once again, we're talking about Henry Ruggs. Big time fumble in this spot. A nice play by Javelin Guidry to hold his arms back to let Marcus May grab it. So Jets ball. Jets get in great field position. Ty Johnson ends up rushing it in. 28-24, Jets up in front. Ty Johnson had 104 yards on 22 carries. Adams had 74 yards on 8 carries. Both of them had a really productive day. I don't want to see Frank Gore get any more touches. I hope that he is healthy. I hope this injury wasn't a bad thing. But those two need to get the ball more in the final 4 games ahead of guys like Frank Gore. So just wanted to get that out there before we get into a very stressful final couple of possessions here. So Marcus May would come up with a huge play on a game-saving pass deflection. Derek Carr was trying to go deep for Nelson Aguilar, underthrew him a little bit, got his arm in there, so that saved a touchdown. 4th and 8 now at this point in this drive. The New York Jets would get a penalty. Then on 4th and 3, it looks like there's a touchdown, and then there's offsetting penalties. I was then nervous because, okay, you got to rerun this play, and it'd be incomplete. So the Jets take over possession. They wouldn't really do anything, but then they would punt the ball back with very, very little time left in this game. So they're only a couple of times to go, take a few deep shots. The Jets, if all they have to do is go into prevent defense, they win this game. Greg did not want to do that, though. So Carr had Nelson Aguilar deep for a touchdown, just overthrew him. He ran right past Marcus May. Then on the next play, the very next play, all-out blitz. For some reason, Greg Williams has undrafted rookie free agent Lamar Jackson trying to cover the fastest man in football in Henry Ruggs, runs right past him. Derek Carr hits him into the end zone, 31-28 with just seconds left. The tank lives on. The Jets fall to 0-12. Disaster averted. This could have been brutal because, as we would later find out, the Jaguars would blow their lead. They'd be in overtime, and they would lose in overtime. So we know now that the Jaguars lost. If the Jets won this game, they would have the second pick. But right now, with 4 games left, the Jets hold the number 1 spot in order to take Trevor Lawrence. And what a doozy of a game. They made you sweat it out, but the bad team does bad things every time. Carr finished with 381 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, a pick. You had Waller for 200 receiving yards and 2 touchdowns. That's absolutely unbelievable stuff from Darren Waller. Just an unbelievable performance, like I said. Sam Darnold finished 14-23, 186 yards, which is 8.1 yards per attempt. 2 touchdowns, 1 interceptions, 2 fumbles lost. Not a great game for Sam Darnold. There were some bright spots, but overall just way, way, way too many turnovers. Missed opportunities, wasn't reading the field well enough, wasn't reading the pocket, and that's how you lose football games. I can't believe how that game ended. It was a very bizarre ending, but like I said, the tank rolls on. You cannot out-lose Adam Gase and Greg Williams. The Jets are now going on the road to Seattle. They then have to take on the Rams on the road. They have the Browns and then the Patriots on the road to close out their season. It's going to sweat it out for the last 4 games, but the Jets are in the driver's seat for the number 1 overall pick. Wow. Let me know what you thought about the game in the comments down below. Once again, I'm Matt O'Leary. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe, and I'll talk to you next time. Thank you, Tank God.